you very much. Good.
אני יכול לצאת רגע לפתוח את רגע? יאללה, בין רגע להייה.
Thank you very much.
live all the way, by the way, from Jerusalem. Thank you for being with us. Good afternoon, Chag Sameach, Bruchim Habayim, and welcome to the 35th anniversary of our public menorah lighting here in beautiful Richmond, BC. My name is Rabbi Levi Varney of the Beit, and I'm proud to be your MC this afternoon. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge some of our distinguished guests with us here today. Firstly, BC Premier, the Honorable David Eby. The Leader of the Official Opposition, the Honorable Kevin Falcon. And of course, our very own Mayor Malcolm Brody. You know, the very first year, 1988, we were privileged to have the then Premier, and who is back here with us today, Premier Van der Zim, together with his wife Lily. Thank you so much for being here. There's going to be a lot of clapping, so we can do it a little bit shorter. We're very honored to have a lot of guests with us here today. We have Rabbi Avram Fegelstock from Vancouver. Rabbi Fegelstock, together with the Epic Brothers, built this menorah, and representing the Epic Brothers and the Epco families, we have Richard Epic, CEO of the Epic Group of Companies. There's another man here that doesn't want to be named. He wrote that I should only acknowledge his son, who is the sponsor of the event, Dax de Silva, but his father really is the man that stands behind this menorah lighting for the last 35 years, and we hope to God, and we pray to God that God will give you the strength to be with us here for the next 35 years. Mr. Joe de Silva. Dax, as I mentioned, is the main sponsor for this event. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to be with us today. He'll be lighting the menorah, God willing, on Thursday for the last night of Chanukah. Member of Parliament, Parham Baines. Member of the Legislative Assembly, Kelly Green. MLA, Teresa Watt. MLA Henry Yao. Likewise, year-long, I gotta say, including tonight, but year-long, we have many, many friends in the City Council, and we are so appreciative that many of you were able to make it and join us with us here today. Councillor Jack Al. Councillor Laura Gillanders. Councillor Andy Hobbs. Councillor Alexa Liu. Councillor Bill McNulty. Likewise, I would like to quickly recognize some of the leaders of our Jewish community, as Mr. Ezra Shenkin, CEO of the Jewish Federation of Greater Vancouver. This is Sherry Barkov, President of Kehillah Society of Richmond, as well as a board member of the Beit. Thank you so much. Emily Greenberg, Head of School of VTT. Michael Sachs, CEO of JNF and the past president of the Beit. Mike Lipton, president of RJDS, Richmond Jewish Day School. And if I missed anybody, I am truly sorry, but I think we're going to move on with the show. Yeah? Did I miss anybody? Okay, well, every year we gather here. It's cold outside, it's even raining. The winter, it's night-ish, yet the bright light of the menorah keeps us warm. I would like to start today's event by welcoming Mr. Malcolm Brody to welcome the Premier and the official head of the opposition to the City of Richmond. Mr. Brody.
Thank you. It is a real honor for me to be here with so many of the friends in our community. I was talking to the rabbi a few minutes ago. Did you know that the Jewish population in the city of Richmond over the last 10 years has gone up by 10%?
Wow.
Yeah. But this is a special occasion. We remember Back in the late 80s, when Premier of the day, Bill Van der Zalm and his wife went up, they lit the menorah. At that time, it was at the corner of number 3 Road and Westminster Highway, where there was at the time a Safeway, and we were in the parking lot of the Safeway, and so the tradition began in that way. Very soon thereafter, Premier Mike Harcourt continued with the tradition by coming to help light the menorah, which is a very special installation that we have. It was designed by the world-renowned Arthur Erickson and has endured over the years, and we especially come out as a family event to mark this occasion. We are so lucky to be here in the city of Richmond, where we celebrate the diversity of our community, and we include everybody, and lighting the menorah is a very special event for us. But of course, these are difficult times. I don't need to tell anybody here that these are difficult times in the world of the Jewish people, and especially in Israel with what has happened on October 7th and all the events that have ensued since that time, and how it does affect us directly here in Richmond, as elsewhere in Canada and North America, of course, is because unfortunately with such earth-shattering events as happened on October 7th, the number of anti-Semitic incidents has grown and has become far more prevalent than it was before. This is something that we can do as a community, is to be together, and especially when we light the menorah in just a few minutes, let's think of our community, think of the world, of the Jewish population, think of Israel, and make sure that we do everything we can to bring our community and the world of Judaism together, to make sure that we are fully respectful of everybody, and that we will have peace on the earth, which is all I believe anybody wants. So on behalf of the City of Richmond and of the city councilors who have joined me today, I want to thank everybody for coming here today. This is a special occasion, a remarkable event, and of course we celebrate our leaders of the past years and celebrate our leaders of today as well at the same time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Brody. We surely do appreciate you standing with our community always, together with our brothers and sisters in Israel. Next, I would like to call upon Rabbi Avram Finkelstock to share some words.
Happy Chanukah. This Chanukah is different than any other Chanukah, because this Chanukah, actually, the world stands from a very difficult challenge. The challenge of darkness versus light. Kindness, goodness, peace versus the opposite. And the truth is, on October 7th was not only a call to the Jewish people, but it's actually a call to humanity. My father, Olav Shalom, Holocaust survivor, had told me when I was young, don't think it will never happen again. I said, we're living in Canada. We're living in a free world. It's a different world today. He says, heed my words, my son. And unfortunately, never again did happen. And just like in 1945, the world realized that you have to stand up to evil, I hope the same thing today. We also stand up to evil, to the atrocities which happened on October 7th. But I believe that on this day, not only were Israelis called up to draft, not only were reservists called up to draft, and not only there were 300,000 Jews from around the world who flew in right away to volunteer, but I believe that this day is a day that we all are drafted. We're drafted to fight darkness. We're drafted to increase light. How do we do that? By adding in acts of goodness and kindness. If each one of us say every day, I'll do another good deed, another kind act. I'll care for my brothers and sisters. I'll care for my neighbor. I'll do something good. Those acts of goodness and kindness that we increase actually changes the world and makes the world a better world. We as a Jewish community are really very touched that we have here from all levels of government who are standing with us. And as I can tell you, having a grandson in Gaza fighting at this time, having nephews, nieces, cousins who are there, it's a difficult time. But a difficult time when family gets together, it really means a lot. And British Columbia and Vancouver is very lucky that we have such a great family who are standing with us from all levels of government. And I'd like to thank you for showing your support and really caring for us, because as we go through these difficult times, friends mean the world to us. Thank you very much. Happy Chanukah, and don't forget to do another good deed every single day.
Thank you, Rabbi Fegelshach. Next, it is my honor to call upon the Rebbe's head shliach to Richmond, Rabbi Yechiel Beidelman of Chabad of Richmond.
Thank you, Rabbi Barney. Members of Parliament, Honorable Premier Mr. Eby, members of the Legislative Assembly, His Worship Mayor Owen, members of City Council, Ezra Shenkin, and other leaders of the Jewish community that are here, members of the RCMP and security forces, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Happy Chanukah, everybody!
Happy Hanukkah.
Mr. Falcon, thank you so much for being here as well. And previous Premier, too many names to go through individually. The story of Hanukkah, my friends, took place 2,200 years ago in our holy land, the land of Israel. This was during the era of the second temple of the Jewish people, which stood in Jerusalem. A year after the episode, the story of Hanukkah, the sages established that a holiday be celebrated by placing a menorah, an 8-branched candelabra, outside the doors of every Jewish home, and that the 8 candles be lit in increasing number every night of the 8 days of Hanukkah. This was to be done in order to publicize the miracle of the Maccabees' military victory over the mighty Greek armies, as well as the miracle of the jug with only enough oil to kindle the menorah for 1 day, which miraculously lasted for 8 days. Throughout the many years since, the menorah was sadly removed from its rightful place outdoors and lit inside. The fear of persecution and anti-Semitism took the Hanukkah candles indoors, hidden behind closed doors and concealed beyond drawn shades. In recent times, the Rebbe introduced or reintroduced the custom of lighting giant menorahs in public places to bring back the original point of the day and the original spirit of the day. My friends, Chanukah candles are the light that Judaism brings to the world when we are courageous to announce our identity in public, live by our principles, and defend, if necessary, our freedom. Chanukah is also a holiday of thanksgiving. We are thankful to Hashem, to Almighty God, for the miracle of life and for the kindness that we live in this great country of Canada and the wonderful province of British Columbia and, of course, the city of Richmond. We live in a society where we can live our Judaism in our homes and on the street, in our schools and in the workplace, in public squares and plazas, without the fear of persecution and anti-Semitism. And I want to echo the words of Rabbi Feigelstock to thank the political leadership of both the city, the province, and the country, the federal leadership, for the friendship to the Jewish community and for having the moral clarity to understand the difference between right and wrong. My friends, the essence of Chanukah is the power of light, goodness, holiness, and kindness. Chanukah is about the power of one candle, the candle being the symbol of every individual human being. The positive impact of even one candle, the impact of every human being can have on all of humanity and the world. Yet we must remember that Chanukah is not a spectator sport or a spectator event where we watch the light and bask in its glow and warmth. It is incumbent upon all of us, every single one of us, every human being, to actively bring more light into this world. Light a candle, literally and figuratively. Bring more light, life, kindness, goodness into your life and the lives of people around you. There's that famous story of the four people. Their names were everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job that needed to be done, a light that needed to be kindled. Everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. So when you get home today, yes, this evening, take a moment and kindle your menorah, the 4 candles marking the 4th night of Hanukkah that we celebrate this evening, and resolve to not only appreciate light, but be one to create light in your life and the lives of everyone around you. Happy Hanukkah and Am Yisrael Chai.
Thank you, Rabbi Weidelman. Next, it is my honor to call upon the official leader of the opposition, the Honorable Kevin Falcon.
Thank you, rabbis, and thank you all who are joining here today, whether from the Jewish community or the broader community. Thank you to the mayor for hosting this, to all the elected officials from all levels of government. It is important at times like this, troubled times like this, that there is, as the rabbi correctly said, moral clarity about what is right and what is wrong. And that we all come together today, regardless of party, regardless of level of government, because we want to stand shoulder to shoulder with our friends from the Jewish community and reinforce some really important principles. That on October the 7th, when Hamas terrorists invaded Israel and committed that slaughter, the worst that we have seen since the Holocaust, that it is so important at a time like this that there not be whataboutism or moral equivalencies, that there be moral clarity, and we stand united to say a few important things. Israel has a right to exist. Israel has a right to defend itself. And the Jewish community has a right to feel safe here in Richmond, in British Columbia, and in this country, and around the world. So, my friends, as we think about the lighting of the menorah, that very important symbolism that today, perhaps more than ever, is so significant. The victory of light over darkness and good over evil. And as has been said many times before, the only thing that evil needs to flourish is for good people to do nothing. And you being here today makes it clear that we stand together to ensure that there's clarity around the fact that we stand with those that are fighting for good and trying to make sure that we have a community in which all communities can feel safe, regardless of ethnicity, regardless of where you were born or which God you pray to or who you choose to love, that this is a place where together we stand united. And I want to thank all of you for being here, particularly my colleague from Richmond North Center, Teresa Watt, and thank you for the honor to be here and speak on behalf and with you. Have a wonderful, happy Hanukkah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Falcon. Now it is my distinct honor and privilege to call upon BC's Premier, the Honourable David Eby.
Thanks so much, Rabbi. Thank you, everybody, for the welcome. Joined by Aman Singh, Kelly Green, Henry Yao, our Richmond MLAs. And Lenny's here, too. Happy Hanukkah, everybody. Just before we got started, somebody came up to talk to me at the front, and they said, he said, I understand you're going to be the one lighting the menorah today. And I said, yeah. And he said, well, that's really good news. And so immediately I thought, well, good news, our government's work on housing must be, or work on the cost of daily life, or strong leadership in difficult times. And he said, yeah, it's good news because they probably won't need the lift this year. Lots of funny people here today. It's good that we can laugh together, because these are difficult times. You've heard a number of our speakers here today talk about the challenging time it is around the world, and particularly for the Jewish community. The horrific attacks of October 7th and the rise in anti-Semitism that certainly didn't leave BC out. We've seen terrible graffiti. We've seen lots of moments when the Jewish community here didn't feel safe. And it is important, you heard Mr. Falcon, it's important that we stand together and say that British Columbia is a different kind of place. We are a place where everybody around the world needs to feel welcome. Our strength is our diversity and being an open and a welcoming province. And so we have a lot to, and not everyone here, some people just came to the library like, what's going on? Not everybody here is religiously oriented, but I think we have a lot to pray for this holiday season. And for me, I am praying for everybody to have a wonderful holiday with family and friends, to feel safe at home, to feel safe in their communities, something that everybody deserves. I'm praying for the hostages to be released and returned home safely to their families in Israel. I'm praying for peace. The holiday season is a time of peace. I'm hopefully joining with everybody, praying for peace for people around the world. And then finally, I'm praying that every British Columbian will join in, like the light of the menorah, being a light for hope, being a light of welcome and love, and being a light for the rest of the world in a really difficult time. So we have so much to celebrate as a province, so much to reflect on this holiday season, and so much to do together. Thank you very much for inviting me to be a part of this. And wish me luck up there. They explained the lighting of this lantern to me. They said it's so easy. Very straightforward. It's basically idiot-proof, so I'm probably in trouble. I'll do my best. Wish me luck when I'm up there. Thank you.
I missed thank you at the beginning. Aman Singh, a member of the Legislative Assembly. Thank you so much for being here. Well, thank you so much for that, Mr. Eby. I'm sorry, but you're still going up. The mayor is going to be very happy to have some company up there. Next, I would like to ask, on behalf of the Jewish Federation, Mr. Ezra Shenkin to please share a few words. Mr. Shenkin, b'vakasha.
Friends, it is so emotional for me to look out on this crowd. We need this so badly right now as a community. And to see the kind of support that we're receiving from government. I said this at the gallery earlier in the week. I don't take this for granted, not for a second. Politics is a fickle place. It's a very tough environment to operate in. And it's become harder and harder for politicians to feel safe being strong on a single issue. We have seen that strength from across the political spectrum, and I don't take that for granted. I also don't take for granted the fact that politicians' time is one of their greatest commodities. How many places can they be in at one time? And the fact that they're prioritizing being here with us today sends an immensely powerful message to our community. And I want to thank them for that. I want to give them a round of applause again. I want to speak about one particular thing that I've been speaking about a lot. And that is what we can do as a community in these challenging times. And what we shouldn't do as a community in these challenging and frustrating times. The things we can do were enumerated by our Rebbeim, by our political leadership, by others, in saying that we can be a light unto the nations, we can bring joy and to bring care to those in need, we can engage in acts of kindness for those who need it, both Jewish and not Jewish alike. Our whole community is in need of love and is in need of care. And we must continue to deliver that as we have for generations before. But what we cannot do is in our frustration, engage in hate, engage in discrimination, engage in any way those who seek to do us harm or who have ideas that are different to ours. Constructive dialogue is important, and we will work together as a community to create spaces for that. But I will say, committing on behalf of our community, that we will not tolerate in our community friction with those who don't agree with us. That we will not tolerate acts of hate or acts of violence. If those things are to happen in our community, we will be the first to disavow ourselves of that and the first to denounce that. And we challenge our friends during this holiday season from across communities to join in that pledge within their communities to say we must denounce acts of violence and discrimination across our community now and forever. So please, join me, join our staff, our board, our entire community in bringing light into the world in a time of immense darkness, cold, and rain. Because that is what we were put on earth to do. So let's do our job. Chag Sameach.
Thank you so much, Mr. Schenken, Mr. Koach. There are many thank yous, and before we go, we're almost there. I know everybody's eager to light the menorah. A couple of thank yous. First of all, a huge, huge thank you to the RCMP. Okay? You know, the RCMP showed up to the synagogue on October 7th that evening, and they've been there basically every single day since, and you guys are amazing, so thank you so much. Every time they come, they say, "Oh, you sure we're not disturbing?" Like, no, come, stay for coffee, stay. We're good. We love you. Okay, stay. So thank you so much. You might have noticed some of our own communities, members of our community out there with wearing this beautiful fleece that says United Jewish Shield. So I want to thank the members of the United Jewish Shield. It's a complete, a total voluntary community. Clap for them, yes. They're a group of volunteers that are dedicated to keep our community safe. So if you have some free time, maybe you want to give back to the community, that might be a way that maybe you want to get involved with them. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making us feel safe. Tonight, the lift is going to go up twice. The first time is going to go up together with the Premier and the Mayor, where we'll call you in a few moments to light the lantern over here. And then every year we honor individuals in our community who stand as lamp-lighters, people that share the light with many others. And tonight we're honored to have with us Harvey and Jody Dales right over here. That will be going up in the second lift after the Premier and the Mayor to recite the blessings, to recite the brachot, and to light the 4 candles. So, with no further ado, I would like to call upon the past Premier, Mr. Bill Vanderzen. He held the lantern the first year. He's going to pass it on to the Premier, Mr. Aby, and of course we can't do this without Joe Da Silva. So if I can ask the 3 of you to please come up, Rabbi Finkelstein as well, Rabbi Beiderman to Bakasha, and we're going to light the lantern, and then we're going to ask you all to join us outside for the lighting, and I believe that there's many hundreds of donuts, so stay with us.
Just before we light the shamash and the menorah, I want everyone to think there's many hostages who cannot light the menorah tonight, who are sitting in dark dungeons, who knows where. Let's have in mind that when we light the menorah, we're lighting a light for them. And as we light every night the candles, let's think about them and say a prayer that they should come out in peace, with good health, and they should come back soon. Am Yisrael Chai. One more. Once you get a rabbi up to a stage, it's very hard. I want to leave you with the following thought. When I gave the Lubavitcher Rebbe, when we lit the first menorah, which was, by the way, one of the very first few giant menorahs written around the world. I don't know if you know that. We were one of the first. And I gave the Rebbe a report. The Rebbe called me back, the Lubavitcher Rebbe, in blessed memory, and he said to me the following, that you know that lighting the candles doesn't stop at Chanukah. And I looked at him, and he says, yes. What does Chanukah teach us? That every night you got to do another good deed, another good deed, another good deed. So even though every night of Chanukah we add another light, I encourage everybody to keep on lighting new candles after Chanukah, in a spiritual sense, to bring light to this dark world. Thank you.
So, we can't light the lantern with the one and only. I don't know if you know this, but apparently there was a lift somewhere else in the city that got stuck up there for 5 minutes. But that will never happen here in Richmond. That will never happen here in Richmond because we have the one and only Frank Davidson. Let's clap for him. He's here. He never takes off Christmas breaks or anything. Doesn't matter when Hanukkah falls out of the year. He's here every single night, 8 nights, every single Hanukkah. Frank, you're the best. Thank you. Are you going to help there?
Yeah.
If I could just call Harvey and Tony to come join us. One thing, we're not here. try to light it, Mr. Premier?
We're going to do our best.
Okay. Frank, we're light to let it inside the building? We're safe? Okay. Let there be light! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if I can ask you to clear the path over here to let our official, elected officials to walk up first, then please all join us outside for the lighting outside. Thank you so much. Chag Sameach, and we'll speak more outside.
Good, Lang.
We had some seats outside.
I'm happy for it.
Should they wait with me?
Oh, look, it's royalty with the bow tie. Want to be my personal sure, we'll see. That's fun. How are you? You're making me feel a little wimpy with all the layers and water. That's all right. I have a natural. I do too. I have a
They were.
Yeah. This is the menorah? I'll move on. Thank you. It is. How you doing? Good. Right there.
I noticed that this one's cracked. Like, I don't know if it's nailed out or if it's like cracked.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun one. Yeah. That is. See, candle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With the lights on top. Yeah.
Wasn't it dark last year when we were lighting?
Yeah. It was.
It was really
It was snowing.
It was snowing. Yeah, we must have been in the house. It was. It was later too. Yeah, later at night and later in the year.
It was later in the year too.
Later in the year. It's like the 22nd or something.
Here, I want to get a picture of you guys. People who...
Hi, Chag Sameach. Okay, the mayor and the premier are getting dressed over here. They're getting all wrapped up and they're ready to go up. Momentarily, we'll be lighting the menorah.
Chanukah hu chato zevi bon sof 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 Ag simcha lulayam es gadol hayasham es gadol hayasham Ag simcha chulayam zevi bon sof 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 Chanukah hu chato Chanukah hu chato zevi bon sof 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 Ag simcha chulayam es gadol hayasham ay nay 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 everyone sof 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 Chanukah hu chato Chanukah hu chato zevi bon sof 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 Ag simcha chulayam es gadol hayasham es gadol hayasham Ag simcha chulayam Dreidel, dreidel, I made it out of pain. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel, I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of pain. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel, I shall play. As a lovely body, its legs so short and thin. And then it drops and then it spins. Oh dreidel, 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 made it out of pain. When it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of pain. When it's dry and ready, oh, dreidel, I shall play. Habib, Miss Habib, Gilay and Ra. Chanukah, Chanukah, Zevi bon sof sof, sof sof sof, sof sof sof, Manayim Latov. Everybody, Chanukah, Chanukah, Agape Koka. Or Habib, Miss Habib, Gilay and Ra. Chanukah, Chanukah, Zevi bon sof sof, sof sof sof, sof sof sof, Manayim Latov. Chanukah, Chanukah, Agape Koka. Oh Habib, Miss Habib, Gilay and Ra. Chanukah, Chanukah, Zevi bon sof sof, sof sof sof, sof sof sof, Manayim. And up they go. Chanukah, Chanukah, Agape Koka. Oh Habib, Miss Habib, Gilay and Ra. Chanukah, Chanukah, Zevi bon sof sof, sof sof sof, sof sof sof, Manayim Latov. Everybody, Chanukah, Chanukah, Agape Koka. Oh Habib, Miss Habib, Gilay and Ra. Chanukah, Chanukah, Zevi bon sof sof, sof sof sof, sof sof sof, Manayim Latov. מלך ישראל, חי חי וקיים. דוד מלך ישראל, חי חי וקיים. דוד מלך ישראל, חי חי וקיים. דוד מלך ישראל, חי חי. Let's see some dancing. Look at this, there's no more rain. us to eat. And while we are singing, candles are burning bright. One for each night, 'cause it shares a sweet light that reminds us of days long ago. One for each night, 'cause it shares a sweet light that reminds us of days long ago. Oh Chanukah, come light up the door. Let's have a party along in the cold. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Say people to play with and like us to eat. And while we are bringing candles are burning bright. One for each night, 'cause it shares us with light that reminds us of days long ago. One for each night, 'cause it shares us with light that reminds us of days long ago. Let's hear it once again for the Premier and for the Mayor. Thank you. Am Yisrael Am Yisrael Am Yisrael Am Yisrael Am Yisrael. You know the song, sing along. Ora Vinucha, Ora Vinucha, Ora Vinu, Ora Am Israel, 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 Am Israel. Here we go. Ora vinu hai, ora vinu hai, ora vinu, ora vinu, ora vinu hai. Am Israel hai, hey, Am Israel. All the kids, turn on your lights, your wave lights, and wave it along. Turn on the Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael. Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu, Ora Vinu. Am Israel, Am Israel, Am Israel, Am Israel, Am Israel, Am Israel. Oh, say shalom bimroma, uyase shalelu, eyal kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oh, say shalom bimroma, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'eyal kol Yisrael. ואמרו As we prepare to light the menorah and say the brachot, all the kids that are holding their LED lights to wait. And the jelly donuts are coming. Okay, everybody, welcome to join together. We're so honored to have Harvey and Jody with us here saying the brachot. But Anders, lead us, and everybody together say the brachot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik shel Chanukah Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim ahem b'zman hazeh ma'ozu Yeshuati lechana elishabeya tikon betefilati v'sham Torah nizabeya mizmor Chanukah hamizbeya. One time. Ma'ozu the entrance of the library. If I could ask all our elected officials, now that the menorah is lit, to stand here, we would love to take a picture. We could ask the mayor, men and women, members of parliament, to come join us here for a picture. We'd love to take a group picture. Thank you very much. Go get a donut, everybody! Go get it. I would love to ask all the elected officials to please come here so we can take a picture. Mrs. Green, if you could come, we would love to take a picture. Al hanisim ve'arabunam ve'araburam ve'adeshuot ve'alam elchama ve'asita lavotenu vayamim ahem azman hazeh Al hanisim ve'arabunam ve'araburam ve'adeshuot ve'alam elchama ve'asita lavotenu vayamim ahem azman hazeh Ay 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 al-hanisim ve'araburam ve'araburam ve'adeshuot ve'alam elchama ve'asita lavotenu vayamim ahem azman hazeh David melech melech Israel. Where's Rabbi Vitalman? Rabbi Vitalman? Melech Israel. David melech melech Israel. Hey, Rabbi Vitalman. Harvey and Jody, if you can come join us in the picture. Joe Da Silva, where's Joe Da Silva? Get your donuts. Harvey and Jody, would you join us for the picture? Sherry, would you join us for the picture?
It's too wide!
Huh?
It's too wide! We try. Everyone go backward. Not you.
We need to get the table out.
Yeah, the table. Let's move the table.
Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yiro, Leolam Ba'ed.
Okay, now we're ready.
Hashem Malach, Hashem Yiro, Leolam Ba'ed. Hashem Malach, Negenu, Viket Lanu V'Toda. Hashem, Hashem Elokeinu.
Say last kiss.
Chag Sameach, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Grab a donut. We're here for the next 4 nights, every night at 6 o'clock. I just want to thank Garden City Bakery for the wonderful donuts, individually wrapped. Garden City's the best. Thank you, Garden City Bakery.
Well, thank you very much.
Say bye-bye to her.
Bye, Chag Sameach. Thank you for joining us live.
What do you have here?
Bye.